everybody. My name's Sarah Hunt, and I am the face of Peaceful Living and Peaceful Living Workshops. And I'm going to be running some Facebook Lives over the next few weeks on a Monday evening. I had a bit of a hiccup with the technology this evening, so I'm sorry I'm a bit late starting. Hi, Carol, great to see you there. Thank you for coming along. Tonight's session is going to be on poverty consciousness. When people think about poverty consciousness, they usually link it to a lack of money. But it's actually much more than a lack of money. It is a lack of anything really that is important to us. Hi, Sharon. Thank you for joining me. So with poverty consciousness, it's been programmed into us because when we have a fear of lack, it creates a situation where we have an ever decreasing spiral going on, and when we're in a place of fear, it's much easier to control us, and it also disconnects us from our soul and source, and the knowledge that this universe is one of abundance, and that actually we can create any experience that we wish to have. So when we're in a state of lack, then that's what the universe hears, and that's what keeps coming to us. We end up with us continuing to create that. So if we're worried about making ends meet from one end of the month to the next, the universe won't realize that we're worried. It will just think, oh, she doesn't want to actually be able to meet her bills each month. Okay, so we'll give her that. And that's okay for a little while as an experience to start to learn the lesson around and that. But you really want to be in a place where you're creating abundance and able to create anything that you want within your life. But when we're in a state of fear, we end up creating self-fulfilling prophecy. We just keep creating the same problem over and over again. And certainly we've had experiences over many lifetimes where we have had situations where we've had a lack of what we really want, and then that's actually just continue to bring that into us. What happens then is that energy, it gets stuck in the energy system, and we're like magnets, and so we continue to draw those kinds of experiences in until we actually stop and look at what it is that we need to heal to be able to move forward properly. And of course, if we're in a place of fear rather than in a place of love, then we don't trust the flow from the universe. And we've been made to believe that things don't appear out of thin air and money doesn't grow on trees, but actually we can manifest anything we want to if we believe we can. And I certainly know someone who's a really good manifester who, when she wants something, if she really feels it inside her heart center, she'll put out to the universe that she wants something in particular, or she wants a particular experience, and it happens for her. And as a single parent, it's been quite a useful thing for her to be able to do. And a couple of things that I can think of was she really wanted to take her children to Legoland, expensive trip out for a single parent, but she managed to manifest free tickets for it. And then another situation where her washing machine broke down and she didn't have the money to pay for one, so she put it out to the universe, and she was put in touch with a group that helped single parents with white goods, and she manifested a new washing machine. So, you know, when you move into your heart center, and really start to believe that you can manifest what you want. You can move yourself out of that state of poverty consciousness, that state of lack. But of course, the state of lack also connects with a lack of self-worth as well, and also a lack of self-love. So if you don't love yourself, you don't feel that you deserve something, then it makes it a lot harder to actually manifest that in and get what it is that you desire within your life. And of course, you know, there's been a lot of things passed down from one generation to the next. You know, poverty's been a thing for many lifetimes, many generations, and so the belief system has been passed down from one generation to the next. And often you find that where there has been poverty of some sort in a family, it runs down the family line and from one generation to the next. And then those beliefs become fixed beliefs, but they're false beliefs, because they're not actually your beliefs, they're ones that have been passed down the generations to you. We're also programmed to believe that failure means that we aren't good enough, instead of recognizing that when we fail to manifest something, it may be because something needs to be healed to allow it to happen, or it might be that the timing isn't correct for it, or it might be that it isn't our soul's desires. Maybe it's our parents' desires for us, and that may not actually be what's right for us. Or it may not be for our highest good. So, you know, there can be all sorts of reasons why we may not be able to manifest something. And of course, if you are struggling to manifest something in your life that you really want, then it's really important to look within yourself to find out where that's actually coming from. Because if you are in a situation where you have a general feeling of lack and a lack of self-worth, and you're not loving yourself properly, then you will struggle to manifest what you want. So for me, true abundance or spiritual abundance is when we're able to go within and connect with our deepest inner self, so our soul, through our hearts, so that we can identify our true heart's desires and then allow the universe to provide us with them, so creating abundance in all areas of our lives. So poverty consciousness doesn't really just cover money, it's covering all areas of our life. So we can have poverty consciousness in our relationships. So if we feel that we've got a lack of love, or a lack of people around us that we want to be in our lives. It might be poverty consciousness within the work area of our life. If we're not really achieving what we want to at work, or if we're not managing to get the job that we really want. There may be poverty consciousness within our friendship part of our life. So if we haven't got a lot of friends, or if the friends that we've got, we're not feeling our true authentic friends, then it may be because of poverty consciousness within us, and something that needs healing there. So poverty consciousness can affect all areas of our life, and really we need to be looking at what it is that's creating that fear within us. What is it that we need to go inward and look at and heal to be able to create abundance in our lives? When we're creating true spiritual abundance, then we'll manifest the things that we want, the experiences, the people into our lives that are authentic. So if we want that sporty car, we'll manifest one because it's something that brings us great joy. rather than it being something to boost the ego or to be in competition with others, or to show that we're in a position of power. And certainly I believe that as we move forward into a more heart-centered way of being on the planet, and as the vibration continues to rise on the planet, then we will not be able to manifest things from ego. It will have to come from the heart center. So what can you do to help to move yourself out of poverty consciousness? One of the things I often do with my clients is to get them to think about all the things in their life that they're grateful for, and to even have a gratitude notebook where each day they write down 10 things that they're grateful for in their lives. And they might just be something very small, like seeing beautiful flowers in the garden, or someone saying good morning to them, or just being grateful for the food that they have, or the roof over their head. But it's just a good way of starting to shift the mindset from a negative one into a more positive one. Also looking at why you don't feel that you deserve to have the things that you want in your life. Where's that actually coming from? Is it a childhood belief that's come from your parents, that may have come from their parents? Or is it something that's happened in your life that's created a fear and you're protecting yourself, and that trauma needs to be released? Also, when you're wanting to manifest something into your life, it's really important to be very clear on what it is that you want, because the universe is such that it doesn't hear the negative. So if you want if you don't want any more controlling people in your life, it will not hear the don't want, it'll hear I want controlling people. And so we'll keep sending you controlling people until you actually heal that part within you, so that you let go of the part of you that can be controlling, and then that will help you to let go of that and stop you drawing that in. So and if you're wanting to manifest, say, a new home, then it's really important to be very clear on what it is you want in that home. What is it that's important to you? Is it do you want to be situated in a village? Do you need easy access to a town centre? What size house do you want? Do you want a big garden? Do you want a small garden? Making it very clear to the universe exactly what it is you want, and then really feeling it in your heart and being grateful, and then trusting that it's already on its way to you, so that you can allow the universe to bring that to you. And if it doesn't seem to be coming to you, then going inward and looking at what it is that needs to be healed to help to bring that forward for you, so that you can move into the flow of your life more. So it doesn't matter whether you want to manifest a person, whether you want to manifest an item or an experience. You need to feel it within you. You need to be sure that it's what your soul wants, as part of your journey, to be able to easily manifest it going forward. And you need to be looking at any of the fears around a lack of anything that need to be healed, so that they can be cleared out of the way, and to allow the energies to let the flow of everything come into you. Okay, so has anybody got any questions around that they'd like me to answer? think just while you're having to think about any questions, one of the things that I think is important to understand is that if you're very stressed, that will block energies coming, or cause negative blocks that will stop you from manifesting what it is that you want. Cosmic Heart is energy healing that comes from, is channeled through the heart center from source. And so it's the energy of pure love and pure light. And what it will help to do is get to the root cause of the problem and find that energy blockage, and clear that, and then realign the energy so that you can so that it stops the blocks that are stopping you being able to make your life more abundant. So Cosmic Heart is very much about helping you to understand yourself more, and to heal your relationship with yourself so that you can become more confident and trust the universe more, and so move into the flow of life more. Cosmic Heart is ever evolving, and so as a very intuitive system of healing, it helps to clear energies for people on a more specific level, so that because poverty consciousness for one person won't be caused by the same thing as it will be caused by somebody else. So it's very much about finding the root cause for you of why you've developed poverty consciousness. Okay, so when things seem to be going wrong all the time for someone, how can they get in the right frame of mind to encourage this way of thinking? I think a blessings book or a gratitude book is always a really good way of helping to move you into a more positive way of thinking about things, because it's if you just focus on the negative, then you continue to bring in more negativity. But if you can start to shift that focus into something more positive, then it will help to shift your whole energy. Also, using positive affirmations as well can help, and saying them as if you believe them, even if you don't believe them at the time, because that will help to shift the energy as well. Can we just think about what we want to manifest, or does it help to write it down? Personally, I feel it helps to write it down, because then you're making it a bit more concrete. You're bringing it into the physical. And one thing that I've also done in the past is use a glass of water as well, and to put the affirmation under a glass of water, and leave it there for at least 20 minutes, and then drink the water, and it soaks up the energy of what it is that you want to manifest, and brings that into your energy through the water as well. But even just by putting something that you want to manifest onto a piece of paper under water, that will actually help with the energies to manifest more easily and more quickly as well. I think it's also important to remember that when you're very stressed, and if you are in a place of lack and you're very stressed, then that can then have a knock-on effect with your immune system, and then can lead to illness. So you know, making sure that you do your best to keep your stress levels as low as possible is really important. And I think another thing that's good to do is just take a few minutes each day to go into your heart center and connect with your heart, and just get a feel of how you're feeling about whatever it is that's going on in your life, so that you feel more connected with yourself. Yes, water's a magnifier, Leslie, so it will magnify the energies as well. Can we manifest your things for other people, such as to help loved ones? Yes, definitely we can help other people, and certainly if someone is struggling to manifest something, then we can help them, and the combined energy of more than one person trying to manifest something for somebody will actually help that for them. So absolutely we can do that, and you know, we can put requests out to the universe to help other people, but do remember that it will only happen if it's for the highest good. Yeah, so as long as we're doing it for the right reasons, we're doing it from the heart, then absolutely there's no reason why we can't help other people with manifesting as well. Okay, so if there's any other questions at all that anybody's got, or just any general questions about Cosmic Heart? Can you manifest more than one thing at a time? Yes, you can. But of course, just make sure that if they're not linked, that you have them written on separate pieces of paper, so that it's obvious that they're separate things. But absolutely, you can manifest more than one thing at a time. Again, you know, as long as it's coming from the heart center, and it's what is a true authentic desire. So if you're manifesting something, do we need to focus on it daily, regularly, or just put it out there once and let it go? I think it depends on what it is you're manifesting, but often if you just put it out there and let it go, you'll actually manifest it more quickly. If you keep focusing on it too much, and if you kind of change what you're putting out there, then it could confuse the universe. So different people work different ways. You know, if you're using an affirmation, then you would use an affirmation every day to help you manifest. But if you have decided on something, say for example, you want to change your job, then I would decide what was really important, put it down on a piece of paper, put it out to the universe, and then just let it go. Of course, those of you that have done Cosmic Heart, you could also put Cosmic Heart energies into the the thing that it is that you're wanting to manifest as well. Anything else? Yes, you could definitely put a crystal on a written manifestation. I would suggest that clear quartz or rose quartz would probably be the best um, crystals to actually put on to a written manifestation. Clear quartz will help to magnify the energies, and rose quartz will bring lots of love into it as well. So, and the rose quartz will help to heal anything that relates to the lack, as will clear quartz as well. So absolutely, yes. And of course, if part of your situation with poverty consciousness is a lack of love towards yourself, then carrying rose quartz in your pocket, um, uh, keeping it by your bedside or under your pillow at night would be a really good way of helping you to learn to love yourself more, because rose quartz really helps you to go into your self and start to look at why it is you don't really love yourself, and helps you to learn to love yourself more. So absolutely. For some people, especially people that use crystals regularly, you might want to set up a crystal grid to put your um, written manifestations into to help boost the energies of them. And if you set a crystal grid up, then I would recommend that you intuit which crystals you need in that crystal grid, um, so that you put the ones that are right for that particular manifestation. And of course, you could do the same with a positive affirmation that you're using. Is so not just saying that positive affirmation every day, but having it in a crystal grid, so that the energies of the crystals are helping to magnify the energies of the affirmation as well. Is there a way you should ask the crystals to work for you in a crystal grid? Well, whenever I'm working with crystals, I always make sure that I've connected with them through my heart center, and just ask them to work for the highest good of all. I don't specifically program crystals these days. I don't actually feel it's needed. Um, it's just really important to intuit which ones are the right ones for your crystal grid at that particular moment in time, and to put them into the crystal grid, and just ask them to work for the highest good. So no, there's no particular way. It's much more important that you make sure that your heart center is open and that you intuit which crystals you need to create the grid for it to do the work that you want it to. Any other questions? I know there's a bit of a time lag with this, so from from me to you, but okay. So so if anybody has any other questions, then you can contact me via Facebook Messenger or via either of my websites, which are www.peaceful-living.co.uk or www.peaceful-living-workshops.co.uk. And next week's session, I'm going to look at the immune system and the importance of keeping the immune system strong. And I think that's particularly important at the moment. But there's a lot more to the immune system than a lot of people realise. And I think it's really important to get an understanding of what we can do to actually keep it as strong as possible. So thank you very much for taking the time to join me, and I look forward to doing another session next week. Bye for now.